It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Cougar 19, Buffalo 8, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Milrow. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Still has some space inside the 35. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. A give up the gut to Avani Conda. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Steady. Liking 18. Steady.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He gets it again to Mitchell. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Headed out right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
He's going to throw it again. This is a heater going deep. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. This is Trujillo to try to point after. Extra point sails through good. And the Packers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
We'll go play action here. It's Milroe. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Go.
Milroe from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, 18, Panther 60,
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Ready, set.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Right there, let's go.
They'll throw to start the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Check mash. Ready.
Abani Kanda now up the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll throw it here on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. So 2nd down coming up.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Kraft has it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Stephanie! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Abani Kanda gets it going right. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
60 Eagles, 6 go.
Looking in the air here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Come on, set. Cougar night.
3rd and long for him here. Got his man. It's Golden. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
He'll try to do it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Packers break the tie here in the 1st. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
Forward, set. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll get it up to the 27. Offense in a hurry up here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun now for Milrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Cup night, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Absolutely fires this one right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And now they're staring at a 4th down. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Ready, ready.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a Bonnie Conda. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running once more with a Bonnie Conda. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're advancing it well as they face second down. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Packers the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Go, Reed. Go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to a Bonnie Conda. And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-point lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
Ready, set.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
Drive begins with a Walker run. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Ready up.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
To the air, Milrow. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down throw here from Milroe. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. Down to the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a one-score game in the first half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Get it.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Go, check. Let's go.
Going with a body conda on the ground. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Moving slant route complete. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. We've set it down from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Pass caught out right by Golden. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go. Hey, check that. Street. 18 Cardinal.
Irving here from the gun. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-point lead. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Milroe from the gun. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Stephanie! Cowboy 80! 70 Timberwolves! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Milroe with it on first. That's incomplete left side.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Mustang 19! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready?
Here's Milroe to throw. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Josh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Get it. 19, Tiger, 19. Academy Lions. Check, Panther, smash. Broncos. Hook.
Now an inside give to Walker. He's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. That one's out and cut on the right side. And his fight is stopped after this 2 yards. Interesting choice coming up here on 4th and short.
It's now 4th and goal.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Trying for it with Milroe. And the call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get 1 more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
The double whammy of this one, Kate, is just where they were on the field. Mentally, defensively, it's almost like an 8-point swing, going from the chance of the safety in one end zone to watching them celebrate in the other one.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milroe. Gets his tight end on the corner route. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Bronco 80. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
From the gun, Milroe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's got it over the middle. And he takes this to the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and very short.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready,
Third and short, it's Milroe. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Got it. Ready.
New set of downs from 37.
Shut up. Cougar 19. Shut up.
Shotgun now for Milroe. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Another look for him, Brock. And hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time.
Packers are all over it. He goes down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
It's 4th down.
On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. From the left hash, this is from 47.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Come on.
Airing it out to start this drive. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
P.J. Oshimari on the coverage.
Let's go. Third. Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Reed. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
A handoff right for Abanikanda. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Ready up.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Set. 60 Eagles. 60. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
There he is on 3rd and short. He's got it complete to Reed. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
So 1st down from the 41.
Go, Reed. Go. Hey.
On the ground, Abanikanda. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Got his man. It's Golden. He's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those 2, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Check, Matt. Ready. Back on, lady. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the red zone on first. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. This is Trujillo to try to point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
42. Seahawks 17.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. To the left, he's got Arroyo. Big man showing up the yards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Israel Abanikanda on the return. Things going well so far. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
Ready up.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Let's go. Ready,
Here's a give for Abanikanda. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, you'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one. As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here we go. Shot.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
60 boxes.
Now again to Abanikanda. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Seahawks
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They give up the gut to Walker. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Ready, ready, ready.
Milroe now to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Gets another one to Mitchell. Into the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Trujillo checks on the extra point. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
Seahawks 31.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Milroe from the gun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
19, target.
This is Walker on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Cougar 19.
To the air on 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he's finally caught after a big 3rd down gain, but it was one of his teammates caught by an official. We've got a flag down.
Ready. Mustang 19, Tiger 19. Ready. 18, Viking 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
3rd and long for him here. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
On the jump.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
79. Let's go now. 79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Go play action here. It's Milroe. And he's brought down at the line.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
Come on, set! 70 Lions, go!
Milroe looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield strike. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Ready?
From the gun, Milroe. That throw finds Tolbert. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Walker now from the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. And he has this down to the 34. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
1st down throw here from Milroe. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Laughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Seahawks make it an 11-point ball game.
Seahawks 38. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Packers.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go, set! Steady!
This is Reed working the right side. Hits the 20. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
To throw, here's Milroe. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go. Come 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Completed to his running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Milrow with it on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jars loose, incomplete. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. So it'll be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Warriors 70. 70. 18. Pioneer.
Sticking to the air here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Milrow throwing on third down. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions.
Right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they can be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it an 11-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. They'll come out throwing. Put the body on the line for his team. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, just a little icing on the cake.
He scampers ahead for about 4. It's second down now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Right there. Hurt.
Again, it's Avani Conda. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this third down play.
18 Cardinals. Check. Hurt. Go.
They'll throw. Third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Ready.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Go check. Get it. Ready.
Avani Conda now up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Let's go.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Packers getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal.
Three. Let's go now.
Bonnie Conda again. And he is in this time. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Has this at the 6. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Come on.
Throwing now, Milroe. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Milroe, first and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's brought down at the 44. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Milroe from the gun. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Milroe throwing again now on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
To the line, here's third and 3.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Ready up.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Like it. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Well, you kind of know this is going to happen at least a couple of times this season. They catch the rookie there for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think this coach would like to have a governor. Kind of like on golf carts, you know, so you don't act crazy and a fool. Some of these rookie defenders, I know coaches would love to put a governor on them for a little bit of discipline that just doesn't naturally come for a rookie.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. All right, 1 more snap to play here.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From 19 Lions.
One final shot here. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.